All right, we should be live. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm gonna need some help from the chat. Um, oh. How is everyone doing? Okay. I need to do a quick my mouse just ran out of battery. So let me just grab a USB cable real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. I should be back and good. I don't have a monitor for my audio, so I will need some help here. Using my corpo speak, let's wait 5 minutes for everyone to trickle in. You know how it is. How does this one make coffee? It doesn't. I also have music on. Please let me know if that's bad. Five viewers. That's okay. It's been a while since I streamed, and my channel's going in the gutter, but it's kind of fun, so I'll just keep it up. But only as I see fit. And it's very faint. Is music very faint? Is that an okay level, or should it be a little higher? But in any case, yeah, I feel like I've been really picking up keyboards from sales. All right, let me turn up the music a little bit. Okay. And the keyboards are cheap. Things are on sale. People are going out of business, and I've been able to pick stuff up that I didn't really feel comfortable spending that kind of money, but now it's here. But this one is a little different. This one I bought because I have a chronic habit of buying split keyboards, because for me, split keyboards are kind of a lifestyle product, in that I think it'll make me a better person, make my life better. And the way I think it'll make me better is it'll make me somehow be a better programmer, work faster, more efficient, be ergo, etc. But I've given it all ever since I started. The first one was, what was it? The Infinity Ergo Docs. I don't know how many of you remember that, but I couldn't get used to the layout with the thumb keys. And then I tried the infamous Unigo 66, which was supposed to be a dual wireless split. That didn't really work out. Video is on the channel. And then latest one was the Lulu from Board Source, which I don't know how I received it during the stream, but it didn't really end up working out for me. I had a hard time getting the layout to work for me, but also it was really buggy. The firmware, which is like, I think it's called ZMK, it had actual input latency despite it not being a wireless board in any capacity. And there was a bunch of firmware issues with like PEG and PEG Pro and all that. So yeah, I've had a fraught history with splits, but maybe this is the way. It's unboxed, but believe it or not, I've never seen it. This is my first time, so let's go right into it. Oh shoot, I should have checked for PII first, eh? Alright, we got I don't know what that is. Is this like a new kids nowadays type of thing? I don't know what this is. Is this like a dampening pad for under the switches? And then this is like this I know, this is under the PCB. And then this is on top of the under the plate. Okay. Under switch foam. Okay. Thank you for your purchase. Warning, complex assembly. Good sign. Let's put that aside. We're gonna raw dog it. Accessories. Plate. What material is this? I had completely forgotten that I bought this until the shipping notification. So this is a hopefully pleasant surprise. Ew. Look. There's residue. It's oily. I'm not a fan of that. But the plate itself is extremely flexy, and I don't know if it's just me, but it feels thinner than standard, but we'll see. But this is polycarbonate? FR4? Who knows? I know the PCB is 1.2 millimeters. I did a little bit of homework before going live, but I don't know. Hot swap PCB, pretty standard, looks good. Cable. Oh, now the standard cable is C to C. What a world we live in. What a time to be alive. Okay. Daughter boards. We're gonna need to guess on all of these components. Gaskets. Because no instructions where we're going. And, oh yeah, I grabbed an E-white. Looks great. Let me just look for any flaws. Super smooth. It's not like glossy like the KBD 8X Mark II that I reviewed a billion years ago. It's kind of a matte finish. Looks good. Cool. I also really appreciate that it comes with the bag. Right, it's kind of like that. And then we have our various boxes. Oh yeah, I got the keycaps as well. Yeah, I've never forgotten about a keyboard like this before. Okay. Keycaps appears to be PBT die sub. Looks okay. Not sure about that font. It does resemble the font I use in my video editor a little bit. It's like band shrift or something. I only use it because it's like a couple down alphabetically. And it seems okay enough. But I'm not sure about using it in keyboard. Next item. More of these. Wow, it's wood. That's actually very nice. It roughly resembles the wood in my new desk. I just got this. It's like, they called it natural walnut from, it's from Desky. And I asked them what natural walnut meant because they also had regular walnut. And natural walnut apparently just means that it's grown in Europe and it's less expensive somehow. But I worried that it was gonna be a little light in terms of color, but it ended up being just fine. Alright. I actually really did try to find switches that are not Gateron yellows, but I liquidated a bunch of stuff and all of my desoldered switches is not fit for hot swap, and really this is, you might not want to believe me, but it's actually coincidence this time that it's Gateron yellows. Okay, let's get right into the build. Okay, I'm gonna try and take one of the cases apart just in case I need to figure out a quirk with them. Okay, apparently the case doesn't come apart. That's easy. It's a coincidence. You gotta believe me. Okay. Yep. That, despite being stuck to the wax paper, is not adhesive. SGYs are back indeed. I actually had about a 2.5 kilos of SGYs, and then I just started including like a couple hundred of them in every keyboard I sold on Mech Market to use as almost packing peanuts. And in no time, I was all out. Oh, it's greasy on both sides. I was gonna flip it over, but I guess I'll get it after the stream. Okay. Let's see. Some users on the AIO3's Discord mentioned having issues with the DB screws. specifically on the 5-row Altair. Might be. Oh yeah, okay, I actually forgot this. I do need to disclose that I am like Discord friends with one of the employees on at Canon Keys, but as far as I know, they didn't know that this was coming to me. And I feel like nowadays it's kind of whatever. I feel like I've run out of steam to like be all gamers nexus on keyboard vendors. Okay, DB screws on the 5-row Altair. Okay, and considering how there are not really that many screws in this kit anyway, I'm guessing I guess it's gotta be these screws, right? There are no other screws. Okay. I suppose I should connect the daughterboard cables first. Let's see. So it's gonna be like this. Let me check the symmetricity. I guess it could be either one. I wouldn't want to mess this up. Okay, you know what? For now, let's build a non-functioning keyboard. I'll figure out the ribbon cable later. Oh, there are different screws here. Okay. So clearly, they are these small screws. Okay. That one fits fine. That one also fits fine. Okay. Maybe it's the other side. So what are y'all using nowadays anyway? I feel like a lot of people just dropped out of the hobby. And I guess I kind of have to. But my daily drivers are honestly just things that are easy to use. So I have a couple keyboards from XYZ, my friend, that I use regularly. And then I got the Bloop 65. I feel kind of lukewarm about it, but it's a 65% and it's easy to use, and I just use it. And then recently I got a Brutal 65 V2. That one's also nice. Okay, now what I want to figure out is how these things go together. Is it gonna be like this? I don't think it's gonna be like that, because if you see here, God, focus. We don't have enough clearance coming out that way. So I wonder if it's the PCB only, like that. And then that goes straight on here, maybe? I'm getting the sides mixed up already. Screws go between the plate and the PCB, yeah. Very nice. Who needs instructions when you got chat? Okay. Oh yeah, I do daily in HHKB at work. I tried many times to use something else at work, especially something ergo at work, but I just couldn't make it work. Like, it would just frustrate me anytime I actually needed to do any work relatively quickly. And then I would revert back to my laptop keyboard for a while, and I feel like I'm too much of an old dog at this point to learn like an ergo layout. Okay. Just like that. And just like that. I wonder what these holes are for in the piece in the plate then. Sierra official. I couldn't use a split board. I've never even heard of a glove 80. Is that kind of like a? Is that split into two pieces, or is that one of those like one board, but it's two different zones kind of boards? Okay, some of these screw holes don't screw. The holes in the plate are so you can screw it down. Oh, nice. Sorry, Anthony, you're really carrying the team here. Is he gonna remember the gaskets that go beneath the PCB? Wait, this thing? This goes under the PCB? The one other thing that seemed interesting to me is the new split keyboard that QWERTY Keys announced. That seems pretty cool. There's some rectangular bits. Check under. Oh. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Ain't that neat? Oh, little gasket thingies. AO3's always had such a intricate board design. The board crackles a little bit when I'm just doing this. Should I be concerned? Okay. Very nice. This thing though is a little bit annoying. Maybe if I put the case on it. I feel like a goddamn monkey. Okay, I don't think that's a real scroll hole. Okay, I think the pads here, the plated ones, they don't accept screws. Yeah, I agree with you, Anthony, on underswitch foam. I think especially when there's compression on the foam, not only does it make the sound the same, it also kind of feels the same. Just kind of extremely dense and without character. I'll need to experiment with this after the stream, but I generally don't like having those. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, I think the last one is this one. But also, because this is a tray mount board, but maybe that's not as big of an issue. Cool. Once I'm done, other side will be done in a jiffy. Let's go. Nowadays, I don't even have the Ligma to sell off keyboards because it just doesn't really feel like it's worth my time, and people are gonna ask a bunch of questions. Oh, does it have scratches? Which they almost obviously always do. But I feel like when I list on Mech Market, I typically list very detailed pictures and descriptions with photos that, with like documentation of flaws that people would typically omit. And then that just kind of shoots me in my own foot. Because people are like, oh, this board must be busted. When it's probably in a better condition than most other boards on Mech Market. It's kind of the same with selling on eBay too. Some people just ask so many questions. It's like, yeah, I'll answer them for you, but maybe you should just buy from Best Buy. I feel like my post was detailed enough. So maybe on Discord, I'll do a giveaway of some of the things I know I'll never use. Including maybe ancient boards such as the Rama M65A, the very first board he ever made, before it all went downhill. Oh no. Look at this. Bro, the Rama situation is crazy. I actually don't have anywhere to go from there. I did feel like he was getting a free pass in terms of like design stuff or quality stuff. I say he, but I guess it's they. But then also he is the most culpable, I suppose. How is the fit between the PCB and the case? Fit? I don't know. Seems fine. Maybe it's a little tight we'll see if the corners end up scratching the keycaps. That happens sometimes with GMK keys. It's happened with my Alu 40, which was also an aspirational keyboard. So I was like, oh, look at this tiny keyboard. Programmers use this. Maybe I can become a better programmer if I operate on 4 or 5 layers. Nah. I couldn't even type my password. Especially because my password is, I just go to a password generator on Google Chrome and generate a completely like incomprehensible password and then just memorize it afterwards. Okay, all right, it's almost done. Look at that. Oh, it's so high contrast the black doesn't even show up. Who types the program anymore? It's all about vibe coding. Okay, but the thing is, I gotta log into vibe code. And the password's really hard, so ooh. I hate to admit it, but I do use my company's like internal LLM a fair bit. And it tells me like how to do stuff I'm not familiar with. And then I like fact checked everything it says, and it's kind of like it helps to have this antagonistic relationship with the LLM where you don't believe anything it says, right? So you check everything it says in hopes of finding it in a lie, and having that spite helps you learn almost. But then outside of work, I don't use LLMs at all. I find it very annoying and verbose. Yeah, I feel like especially people in decision-making positions have a lot of faith, perhaps a little less now than a couple years ago. They have a lot of faith in LLMs, in particular the ability for them to take away programmer jobs, right? And it's just not good enough, at least right now, to accomplish that. And it's really annoying for them to pretend like it can. Especially when, for a programmer, a shockingly small percentage of our jobs is actually sitting down and writing the code. So, you know, my uninformed speculation is that the current way we make LLMs, that like technical approach may not be capable of like turning into Gen AI. But maybe that's copium. Oh, the cat has entered the vicinity. I think we have a very high chance of getting a little appearance. Oh, never mind, she's walking away. Very complex assembly, my ass. I did just fine, and all I had was 2 people who knew exactly what to do in chat. skip quite a lot of steps, but we can ignore that part. What do you mean? There's no more parts. This is all we have. Why are there holes here? Got threaded holes. Is there like an optional tenting kit? Okay, there's no way I'm doing this on stream. Let's just get that out of here. I assume those holes are so people can make their own tenting kits. Nice. I think it's really nice that we got 2 USB. One of the things that bothered me about the Lulu was the guidance that you can't unplug the TRRS cable while it's powered on, and you know, that's probably common sense for like people who know a little bit of electronics, but I feel like that's actually not super obvious for people who don't. Like say you got your keyboard plugged in, it's connected with the stupid audio cable, and then you want to switch to gaming mode, so you want to take away your right side. You unplug it and it's like busted. I don't know how like prone to damage it is, but yeah, I have a little bit of beef with that. I wrote an entire script for the Lulu where I had a lot of beef with it, but I just ran out of steam and sold it instead. Also, apparently PEG is now abandonware. I don't know if y'all remember PEG. What the hell? Hold on, let me look at my thumbnail. Okay, I don't have my thumbnail. You're not supposed to put the alphas in the inner columns. Okay. Thank you. Word. I feel like a right-hand Y is a little weird. Okay, so it must be something like this, right? I've seen ergos before. It's just been a while, okay? It's probably something like this, right? GKL. ASDFHG. Does it work for him, chat? What does that mean? Putting QWERTY all on one side is crazy. Are you serious? V, B, M, M. I think the product page made a big deal about like a layout they were shipping with. So maybe my road to actually getting used to a split ergo is by just following that layout maybe at first. That's kind of how I got into the poker layout. Does everyone here know what a poker is? Escape. That feels sensible. I use both shifts because that's ergo. There's only one shift. G and H are swapped. That is very embarrassing. The way I used to remember the middle row is it would be in GH for Keycap. Is this supposed to be like shift over here and then like a hold for shift and tap for return type of thing? I guess that's what I do on the 40%. Okay. Backspace here, looks good. And then control like an HHKB. Is that the right profile? It's not. Shift should go under the left tab. Imagine where you want to line up with the other side. So I think I want to mirror the HHKB layout where we got shift here, nothing here, control and tab. Okay, space bars. Emma says right hand Y, but I only use pointer and middle fingers. Nice. So on HKB, alt is like that, super is like that. I guess I can have another thing here. Do we have a bracket key? Oh, we already have brackets. I'll just need to use caps lock, I suppose. What row is this? Is this intended? Yeah. Okay, and this? I guess I can really just do anything I want here. That's amazing. I do want a grave accent, and I suppose we can do symmetry on this side, and then An easy reach backspace? That's not even the right profile. Maybe an easy reach return. You thought I was in jail? For what? I didn't do anything. You have no proof. All right. Hey, that's pretty cool, eh? Look at that. Altair. Yeah. Finally, we get a split ergo with a little design in it. Yeah, very cool. Okay, let's get a little typing test. Mute myself real quick. Okay, I'm unmuted. Mute the music. All right. Oh boy. Okay. How was that? It seemed nice to me. I mean, it sounds, you know, it sounds, it's nothing special, right? Like it sounds like a tray, you know, it's got the foam sound, you know, it's got the stock Gateron yellow sound, but you know, everything concerned, everything considered, this is a split ergo. Compared to the Unigo 66, which was super hollow sounding, this is excellent, I would say. But it remains to be seen when I actually use it. I will make a real actual attempt to make this my at-home daily driver, including when I'm trying to play games. So it's gonna be a real challenge, but I'll try and make it work. I feel like I might have found the one, but we'll see, because I can see on the blue letters here, it's very much like the poker / and pro layout. You know, this is where I put my arrow keys, RJKL. I do home and insert delete. I feel like I can make this work, as long as there's no like no catches with the board. I assume Area 3's done work to make this fine. Board source Lulu was a mess. It was unusable. So hopefully this does it, and maybe I'll come back at you with a review, especially with this wrist rest. It's really nice. But yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot how much it cost. $300, eh? It's pretty cool. Let's see. Let me walk through chat real quick. The space keys seem a bit far. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, maybe I'll experiment with these two. I only use space keys with one side. I can't remember which side right now. But maybe I can do something cool with one of the sides that I don't use space for. Let's see. Well, I missed the unboxing. What's the latency on these bad boys? Latency, I don't know, whatever the USB latency is, it's wired. You see? It's not wireless. Let's see. I think I've used 40s long enough that I wouldn't know what to do with an added central modifier. Yeah. Yeah, these are a little weird. I feel like I've seen them on the Unigo, I've seen them on the ErgoDox. I tried it, but I end up using like a layer here where if I'm doing brackets, I'll go into a layer and then use it in a familiar location. I'll really need to like, maybe I'll just remove the option and just try using those. Looks perfect for FPS. Yeah, this is my entire desk mat. So when you got like a 60 on it, I only have this much space. So this will be great. What games? I've been playing Far Cry 5. There's some others. I've been playing Factorio. I haven't... How did the build go? It went well. The... what's it called? The daughterboard screws, they seem fine. I didn't put these in because I couldn't be bothered to figure out which direction it was in. I didn't want to blow up the board. I think using 40s at all kind of hurts the extra key feature on some boards have. Yeah. Honestly, even at 60s, like you get so used to the normal layout that when like the Alice has the 3 keys over here, I don't know what to do with all that. But yeah, I failed to use like split spaces on something like the LZ, what was that called? LZ Physics? Yeah. Which is a board I don't want to talk about, but I'll talk about it anyway. It was $500 or something. I got it all the way down to like $150 or something on Mac Market. Nobody buys it. It's ridiculous. Nobody wants that board. It might be my fault, I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, I feel like this is probably the most exciting keyboard I got in a while, just in terms of what I'll need to do to actually use it. So yeah, I'll give this an honest try, maybe 3 months, see how it goes. Maybe get back at you with another video. Maybe before a keyboard video, I'll have a coffee video for you. And yeah, I guess that's about it for today. Yeah, thank you all for watching. You know, the 25 of you here, you know, you all are the real MVPs, the people who stuck around. You know, I know it's my own damn fault for not uploading, but it is what it is. Thank you all. I'll see y'all later.